Damn, what's up everybody? It's Nico here and welcome to my channel. This part of my channel is called Mind Your Business. No, really, it's called Mind Your Business. It's where I talk to entrepreneurs who have started their own business in South Africa. Today we speak to somebody who started his journey 9 years ago in Bath. That's the southwest of England, bruh. He tells us how he started his supply business and how it grew into Southwest Social Club. That's a banging name. Damn! How he became inspired to follow his path and what the word respect means to him. Mind your damn business. Check it out. James, my friend, tell us, who are you and where are we right now?
Hi guys, my name's James. We are sat in my new tattoo studio, Southwest Social Club, opened on Saturday.
This past Saturday, hey?
Yeah.
What's actually amazing about this interview is we actually did this interview before.
Yeah.
We planned it, we shot it, and we were talking about where you plan on being in the future. And damn, what's up guys, it's Nico here and welcome to my channel. This is where we are, man. This is exactly where we are. You spoke about opening up your own spot.
Yeah.
And you spoke about growing into the industry for yourself. Can you tell us about how you got to where you are right now?
Look, you know, life's funny with circumstance and stuff. I think it was one of those things whereby I always knew this would be my end game. Because obviously, as we'll talk about later on, I do tattoo supplies in South Africa as well as tattoo myself. And I don't know, it's one of those things whereby I think my hand was forced by due occasion with certain people and certain things. And it was just, yeah, I don't know, I just thought, do you know what, I've got a good crew of lads who want to work and enjoy life. And I wanted to put them in a space that I wanted to work in every day. So yeah, it was a case of, I decided to do it, I think on a Wednesday. I looked at this shop on a Thursday, I signed the lease on a Monday.
Oh wow.
And 6 weeks later I'm here. Done.
Jeez, dude, it actually took you 6 weeks. That's
5 to 6 weeks to build the place, yeah. Basically from this ground up, from signing the lease to sitting here and opening on Saturday and working.
And I gotta say, man, this place is beautiful. The decor, the visuals, the stuff you get to look at and just chill out while you're here.
Yeah.
It actually makes you feel relaxed. You don't feel necessarily like you're in a studio, but you feel like you're in more of like a hangout in a club.
Yeah, well, I think that was the whole point behind it as well, was the fact that it's Southwest Social Club. Do you know what I mean? Like, I didn't name it Southwest Tattoo Studio. So I think that was the whole point behind it, was the fact that, like in the UK where I'm from, my studios that I've worked at before, they were more chilled out places. Like on a Saturday, my regulars and my friends would come through. We wouldn't leave the studio till 10 at night and go to the club from the studio. Do you know what I mean? We didn't do bar. Yeah. You know, I've got a fridge full of beers here and I've got a TV and, do you know what I mean? And this is why it feels kind of like, I mean, it feels like your nan's living room because everything's old in here. But, you know, it was, that's the whole point of it, I think, was the fact that we can chill out as well as have a place to work. Yeah. And that's why I very much separated it decor-wise to the back section, which is the studio, and obviously the front, which is more the hangout social part of it. Yeah, look, I love it. Do you know what I mean? It's 9 years in the making for me. Been tattooing 9 years, co-owned studios before, blah 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 blah. But you know, it was it's been a while in the making, and it finally come to a head. And I'm really happy. The boys are really happy. So that's all that matters to me.
Awesome, man. So let's take a step back. And let's get to the beginning of Southwest. Was that your initial business that you had started as a supply business?
Yeah, so I come out here 2 years ago, started tattooing for Jaded Ink. And I bought my own supplies over from the UK with me. And when I ran out of those supplies, I wanted to order new supplies. Yeah. And it was kind of one of those things where I was like, yeah, cool, I just ordered it thinking it'd be the same shit, do you know what I'm saying? But it wasn't. It wasn't. The supply game here, without slating the supply game here, is shit, basically. Yeah. Okay. It's, you know, there are a couple of good suppliers, I'm not going to lie about it, all right? And that's just healthy competition for me. They haven't got what I've got, but they're good suppliers, do you know what I mean? I'm not calling everyone in the industry shit, but there is several people in the industry that are poor. And I think, it was one of those things whereby I kind of decided, well, fuck it. I've got people who I can get in contact with the UK.
Yes.
These guys here, Barber DTS on these boxes, they're the largest supplier in Europe. And I know the guys there.
Yeah.
And I knew they'd give me a wholesale account, and Bob's your uncle. I thought, well, sod it. And that took about, the studio took me 6 weeks. This took me 9 months to build, I think.
That relationship with the supplier.
Well, it wasn't the big relationship, it was the paperwork involved. I flew back to the UK, went all the way up to Barber DTS, had to present to them what I was going to do with their product, how it was going to be done. I flew 9 hours, 4-hour train ride, and turned up at Barber DTS's door. I think I sent them an email 2 months before, and we conversed about what my plans were, blah, 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 blah. And so I launched that, 3 months, 4 months ago now, 3 months ago.
Yeah.
And it took off, do you know what I mean? People are happy. The whole point of it is, so the same theory as the studio, hey, I don't do this for money. Money's a byproduct of happiness and progression. But I do it because I want to be happy. I want to go to work, where I want to work. I want to go to enjoy myself. I want to be happy where I work. But also, I don't want to have to struggle with the products that I'm using.
Yeah.
Because as an artist, as an artistic talent, tattooing is one of those things whereby if I give a Marine sniper a shit rifle with a shit scope, he's not going to pull a shot off.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? It's exactly the same theory with tattooing. The better you're... a lot of it relies on talent, but, you've got to have the tools for the job. Yeah. And that's where this come from, because I wanted to use it. This is stuff I used in England. Do you know what I mean?
Stuff that you were used to.
Yeah. As soon as it arrived, before I even put it up on the website and everything, I took it and I took it to work. Yeah. And I used it. Do you know what I'm saying?
Exactly,
that's the whole point behind it.
And you saw that opportunity, you had the quality product that you could supply.
Exactly.
And from that, you've grown into this place.
Yeah. So you've got Southwest Tattoo Supplies, and then Southwest Social Club. Southwest is just mainly because we used to run. When I lived in England, I lived in the southwest of England, and we used to be called the Southwest Boys and blah, 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 blah. So it's just always been part of the Southwest.
And that's part of who you are, man.
Exactly. So I thought I'd bring it here.
So 9 years you've been in the game.
Yeah.
Where did your tattoo journey begin, man?
Bath in the southwest of England. A guy called Rob Porch from Kingsway Custom Tattoos. He taught me. Dude, it was... I had to force his hand to become an apprentice, literally force his hand. I sat on doorsteps, waited in the pissing down rain. He told me to get lost day in, day out. And eventually I got my foot in the door, answered phones, made coffees. My apprenticeship was very old school. It was very, it was brutal. It was brutal, do you know what I mean? That's the only way you can use it.
Okay.
Like shit like how I got treated it's not how you'd get treated and not be able to, you know what I mean? You get sued for the way I was fucking treated these days.
Yeah, for sure.
I've got an apprentice, he thinks his life's hard. His life's, not even a quarter of how bad my life was. But yeah, do you know what? And I don't know where, I don't know why or how. I was always fascinated with tattoos. I think from an early age. My granddad was an ex-Marine, covered in old school ink. And then my
sailor,
like proper old school blue tattoo, these old blue tattoos, and I was fascinated with them. And he was an idol to me, my granddad. Do you know what I mean? He kind of taught me to be a man, taught me to fight, taught me to smoke, taught me to drink. He was my dad. I love him to bits. He's done an awful lot for me, but he wasn't the father figure of my life. My granddad probably more was. For naughty purposes, right? My dad did me good.
Yeah,
granddad,
he taught you the
bad side of life. But
well, that's the side where you actually learn.
Yeah, exactly. It's where you learn to become a man. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think it's one of those things. And I was always fascinated with his ink. And then I had a guy who I call Uncle Boo, who's one of the most heavily tattooed men in Britain. He's not actually my uncle, but I call him Uncle Boo because he's been around the house and doing all sorts for my mum since I was a kid. And he is. His whole face is blacked out. And he's covered.
Ink everywhere.
Everywhere.
Ridiculous, yeah.
Scary looking dude. And he is a scary dude. But yeah, Uncle Boo. So I think my granddad Uncle Boo got me fascinated with it. But I wasn't like, I want to be, like a lot of kids now think they see Miami Ink and they see...
Dude, I thought I was going to be a tattoo artist because of freaking Miami Ink.
Everyone thinks it's fun and games, do you know what I mean? It's not, it's fucking hard work, man. End of story.
Well, look, so
I thought I was going to be a tattoo artist when
Yeah.
I was a kid, and that was simply based off of my drawing skills.
Yeah.
Do you think that being able to draw could make you a good tattoo artist, or is that two different games?
Dude, honestly, I can tattoo better than I can draw.
Okay.
I'm not going to lie about it. There are guys out there who I know who can draw shit incredible but can't tattoo worth a shit.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a different medium. So the same within drawing and artistic ability, I think it's a different medium. The only difference is with a medium, so with a paint or a brush or a pen or a pencil, there's not a lot of technical ability. There's technical ability, but there's not a lot of technical ability. Whereas you physically have a machine and a needle in tattooing, so the technical,
literally piercing skin.
Yeah, the technical side of it and learning how to saturate skin and stuff is not the same as learning. And not only you can't fuck it up.
Yeah.
You make a mistake with a piece of paper, you chuck it away.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? So I think it was one of those things whereby yes and no. Being good at drawing will help you.
Okay.
Okay. I wouldn't. I mean, my apprentice is not. I think. It's hard to explain. So basically, I think you earn the right to be in the tattoo industry.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
And to me, I can teach someone to draw well enough to tattoo
Okay.
and become good at tattooing.
Yeah.
There are fine artists who are also tattooers and they do amazing. Do you know what I mean? So yes, it will help your artistic ability, but more than anything, if you're going to be my apprentice, I need to be able to trust you and you need to be reliable and you need to work your ass off. Do you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
The rest
for
of
sure.
it comes with
the time.
and the practice.
Yeah.
Like anything can be learned. You have to be artistic, but you don't have to be amazing.
Okay.
You don't have to come through my door as a fine art student. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
Although it will help. But again, the answer to your question is I know guys who can draw that can't tattoo worth a shit, and I know guys that can tattoo amazing that can't draw. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so it's one of those weird things.
Just balancing
Yeah.
each other. Okay. In different industries, you get like a hairdresser, you get like, when you actually have to work on somebody and they have to sit there. And my mother's a hairdresser and she tells me all the time how she is considered a therapist in a seat. Are you one of those people? Is your industry, do you have that connection with your clients? How does that work?
Look, I feel honoured. Like I went through a stage when I was a year into tattooing that I thought I was God's gift. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I honestly feel honoured to tattoo people.
Okay.
All right, it's a livelihood to me. It's a livelihood, but not in the sense that it pays my bills. It's a livelihood in the sense that it keeps me sane. Do you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And the people I've met, dude, I can't even pick like individuals, but the people I've met through the years of tattooing and traveling around the world, just awesome people, like awesome guys.
Yeah.
And then you've got the other side of the guys I work with now. Do you know what I mean? They're like, this crew's the best crew I've ever worked with.
Yeah.
I feel honoured and privileged to come to work with them every day. Even though they're my employees, they're not my employees. They're just my mates.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I think, but you get the other side of it where you get a load of assholes and a pain in the arse and blah 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 blah. Do you know what I'm saying? So you have to pinch the salt with both of them.
Yeah.
But 9 times out of 10, most guys that I tattoo, I really enjoy being around. And there's weird things where I'm in recovery. So I don't do drugs, I don't do drink anymore because I was a reprobate and I can't do it very well. So I'm good at being a reprobate, I just can't do drugs and drink very well. And funnily enough, it's one of those weird things, like I meet a lot of guys through recovery now. And I help a lot of guys, I put 2 or 3 guys into recovery who are still clean now through tattooing.
Wow.
Because they start chatting about fucking drugs and this and that, and I'll be like, yeah. And I'm open about my life. I don't lie about my life. I have no need to lie about my life.
Yeah.
I'll tell you how it is when it is. Do you know what I mean? If it's bad or good, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
And I see so many instances in life where I've met people that I find fascinating, and I'm like, I would have never crossed paths if I hadn't been doing what I was doing.
So, if I were to step into the industry and decide on becoming a tattoo artist, what would my first steps be? Where would I go? What would I be looking for? What opportunities would I be looking for?
Dude, you got to make your own opportunity in this industry. It's a dog-eat-dog world now, and everyone wants to become a tattoo. I was one of the last of the old school boys. I wouldn't say I'm old school, but I was one of the last. 9 years ago is probably where the industry. Well, 5 years ago is probably where the industry really started becoming commercialised and changing. There's a lot of tattoo studios that have 1,000 branches, and you get guys now who own tattoo studios that aren't tattooers, and you get a lot of guys with face tattoos and hand tattoos, in daily life.
Yeah.
So the thing has become very commercialised now, and not only that, you can Google and YouTube everything. You know, some of these self-taught guys now are just pulling shit off that is just incredible.
Wow, like
Yeah,
self-taught
because you
YouTube.
don't need someone to tell you all the trade secrets anymore.
Jeez.
And I think the truth be told is get tattooed. Find someone that you get on with and get tattooed by them.
Yeah.
Ask them. And then keep pestering the shit out of them.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm
You
saying?
gotta actually chase the opportunity.
Yeah, you gotta
like
chase.
how you did.
Yeah,
you,
exactly.
You sat outside every day waiting for
shit
them.
ain't gonna land on your lap. That's the same in life, anything.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, shit isn't gonna land on your lap ever. And I think we live in a society now where people think getting rich is easy. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Or getting successful. Maybe not even rich, but successful
and
is
getting
easy.
a business going.
It's given
No,
to you. Do you
it's
know what I
not.
mean? You have to work for this shit.
For
I
sure.
earned this shit. Mike earned this shit. Liam, Lloyd, they all earned it. In fact, Liam didn't. He did a 3-month apprenticeship, but hey. But he's actually a decent tattooer, so it's okay. So look, the thing is, I think you've got to earn this shit. Do you know what I mean? So that's my key in life with everything.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? If you don't graft, you ain't getting anywhere.
Yeah, if you don't
Unless
deserve
you're
it,
really,
getting-
really fucking lucky.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you know what I
for
mean?
sure.
There is the 1 or 2 guys that just drop shit and go, oh look, I'm a millionaire. But very rarely. Do you know what I'm saying?
I don't even know anybody like
No,
that. Man.
I mean, look, you're a perfect example of this. You get up at 5. I mean, you make me tired. When I get up at 8 o'clock in the morning and look at your Instagram video, I'm like, this motherfucker's been out, gone to the gym, gone and had an interview, and I'm like, shit. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, I can't even. How is he moving? Do you know what I mean? I'd be dead.
Yeah,
but I mean, the last
sometimes
6.
I don't know.
I don't know how you do it. The last 6 weeks of my life, honestly, have been the hardest graft I've ever done.
And you feel good about it, right? You feel so
Yeah,
good.
now I do. Trust me, I was going to have a mental breakdown about 5 days ago. But, I mean, I painted this. I'm on one leg. I've got a broken leg. I painted these walls. I was up ladders. Do you know what I mean? Like blood, sweat and tears. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
my hands
man.
were scarred up. I was covered in paint.
And you had a deadline to open.
I know. It was game, set and match. And I designed the whole place in my head. I knew what it was going to look like the second I walked through that door. I already knew. Well, it didn't. The walls were a bit of a guesswork. I was going to actually import fancy Italian wallpaper, believe it or not.
Oh wow.
And then I walked past some gold metallic painting builders and went, let's try something with that. And it ended up looking like this, so it's quite cool.
It's so dope.
But yeah, again, I was up ladder. You know, my legs were fucking aching, my hands were aching, they were cut up, tearing down ceilings and all sorts. And I'm like, I'm on one fucking leg. Do you know what I mean? My apprentice was like, you're fucking mad. But if you don't do shit yourself, if you don't get it done right.
Yeah, you don't get it done. You can't just expect things to happen. It's like people expect a lot to happen when they're only willing to do this little bit.
Yeah.
Especially if you're starting your own thing, you think it's going to come easily. Not at all, man. Until you've put in those hours, those 24 hours when you've worked nights in and nights out, then you understand that's actually what it takes.
But even then, you're not guaranteed success.
Exactly, dude. Exactly, man.
Do you know what I mean? I think it's one of those things. I don't think you ever guarantee success. You never guarantee success. I think the fundamentals for success are the same as fundamentals for happiness for me. If I'm happy, an artistic progression comes with happiness doing your art. So if I'm in a happy place, with happy stuff, with happy people, I'm happy doing good art. And then through that, hopefully, success. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
I don't thrive to be successful. I thrive to enjoy my life. Because if you chase success constantly in life, I think you're constantly just going to be failing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And failure is a good thing. You know, I've failed a lot in life. I haven't fucking been a perfect man and done perfect life. But failure is a good thing because through failure you learn to what your mistakes were.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But with this, it's just. Do you know what?
But even just doing it,
Yeah.
even just doing it presents failure or presents where you could have gone wrong. Like if you've done something, for instance, if I had to go and do a shoot for an event, after I've done that event and I've gone back and I've edited it, I've learned so much more.
Yeah.
Because I'm now looking at
You've
the stuff
done it.
that I've done, and I could have done it better. I could have done that better. You know, you
100%.
pick it up. You just got to do it, man. You just got to do it.
100%. You know, look, I hope it works. Do you know what I mean? I don't see why it's not going. So I've got a group of boys that are all very good at what they do, and we're all very happy, and I'm happy. So, you know, success hopefully just comes through that. And time. Everyone said, like we're going back to earlier on, everyone thinks shit's just going to go, hey, a millionaire. Do you know what I mean? It's time, dude. Time, you know what I mean? So it's cost me a lot of money and a lot of time to put into this, and I need to get that time and money back before I even start making it. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
And that's part of life.
It's part of the growing stage.
Exactly.
No doubt, man. let's end it off like this. In your industry, what is the one thing that you think is most important when actually developing your skill and developing your curiosity into growing into this industry? What is the one thing that's so important that you think you should believe in every day, that gets you through every day?
Respect. I think respecting any trade you do. Like I was saying earlier on, I feel honoured every time I mark someone up.
Yeah.
Even if it's a shit tattoo. I do a lot of shit tattoos. Not shit tattoos as in done shitly, but as in my idea of a shit tattoo.
Okay,
do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like an infinity fucking symbol. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, but the truth of it is...
How many of those have you done?
Thousands. Fucking thousands of the fucking things. I never want to see it. I'm not ever going to see it. Because I'm the boss now, I can give them to someone else. But truth be told, dude, look, if you take pride in every little thing you do, the big things you take more pride in. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And look, there are days where I'm just like, fuck, I can't be arsed. Do you know what I'm saying? I can't be arsed to be doing shit tattoos.
Yeah.
But then the funny thing is, you do start doing this shit tattoo and you actually have a really good laugh because you're climbing, do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But respecting the industry, there's so many I'm not going to swear too much, there's so many people doing this job that don't respect it.
Yeah,
they don't know shit. Do you know what I mean? They don't know nothing, they weren't taught, it was given. Do you know what I mean? And they're pulling shit tattoos, they don't care that they're doing their tattoos are shit. And that irritates me. And my tattoos aren't all perfect, do you know what I mean? I criticise myself every bloody day because I love what I do. So I'm nowhere near the best tattoo in the whole country.
Yeah.
But the whole point is every tattoo I do, I try and do it to the best of my ability.
For sure.
And I think it's a key thing is respect. And respect people and respect the guys you work with, do you know what I mean? Like it's very hard for me because I come with a group of guys. You know, one was not even going to be here, but he's a friend. And the other three, my apprentice included, I worked with before and become a really tight bonding group.
Yes.
So it's really hard for me to become their boss. Do you know what I'm saying? And that normally doesn't work. So far we've done all right. And as I said, I think it's the respect. You've got to have a level of respect.
Yeah, for sure.
I think that's the key to life is respect.
Well, yeah, you got to respect your trade, like you said. You got to respect the people you're involved with, and you got to respect the process, man.
Yeah.
It's all about respect,
Exactly.
no doubt.
I mean, I love this shit. Do you know what I mean? If someone dropped 50 bar on the table tomorrow, I wouldn't stop tattooing.
Yeah.
I'd just tattoo on the weekends, but I would never stop tattooing. Do you know what I mean? I love it. Until these hands give up through arthritis, I'll be tattooing. End of story. Doesn't matter about
It's your
money.
love, it's your passion, man.
Money's not the thing. I miss it. 6 weeks. Apart from my broken leg, 6 weeks is the longest I haven't been behind a machine in 9 years. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Obviously, I was in hospital for my leg and stuff, so it wasn't something I had a choice in. But building this shop was the longest, and I fucking missed it. Do you know what I mean? As soon as I set my station up, I started a machine because I wanted to hear what a machine sounded like.
Oh, wow.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like I missed
yeah.
it. So it's a passion and a love and a respect. I think it's all those three things.
Man, I respect that, dude. I got to give you that respect.
Yeah.
James, thank you, brother. Thank you
Cheers,
for your
man.
time.
Much
Guys, you heard it from the man himself. Respect yourself, respect your trade, and go and do what you need to do, man. Don't give up.
So there you go, that's James, quite a genuine gentleman. Go visit him at the Southwest Social Club, and to find out more about him, see the details in the description below. If you enjoy watching my content, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and we're friends. Hit the notification button, and we're family. We are family.